Good evening. I just wanted to take this evening and just share my testimony. So, I originally come from a background of being a Jehovah's Witness, and my mom was like shunned or whatever they call that, disfellowshipped, because she got a divorce. And we read a lot of the Bible, so I'm good about finding and looking up scriptures and things, but as far as understanding what I was reading, I really don't know or didn't know. So then I got into the world and I was drinking and partying and having sex and just with the wrong crowd for a while. After I had my first son at 18 or at 19, I made sure he was taken care of and made sure he had everything he needed. And, I was just living that life. And then I received a book from my best friend on my birthday around 8 years ago. Well, I guess around 10 years now. And it was a Joel Osteen book. And what happened is I just felt like my life was missing something, and I was so tired of doing the same things, and things were just not changing for me. And I was watching like TBN on like one night we were gonna be getting dressed and we're fixing to go out, and Joel Osteen said the definition of insanity, and words speak to me like loudly. So the definition of insanity is to expect um, a different outcome, repeating the same acts, like doing the same thing, expecting something different to happen or expecting something to change. And so my girlfriend gets home, she's my best friend, and then she's like, "Come on, girl, let's go." And I'm like, you know, "No, not tonight." So she's like, "What's going on with you?" And I'm over here like just staring at the TV on TBN, and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm gonna get dressed," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna go. I'm just like not feeling it tonight." So I didn't go, and that was the point that I felt like there was something more. So I went to the library. Um, I checked out one of their Bibles and just started looking through it, and like I had no idea what I was looking for. And I had some friends, and I would study with them and things like that, but I didn't know what I was looking for. And so then I met somebody, and they were attending a church, and I ended up going up forward to an altar call, and I received Christ after I read in the Bible, where it says that once you receive Christ, that your generations will be blessed up to 3 generations, or something of that nature. And I was like, I want a better life for my kids. At that time, I had 2 boys, and I just didn't want them to have the same kind of life or lifestyle that I had or that I had chosen. And so I received Christ that day, and it was just so beautiful. All of the shame, all of the regret, all of the nastiness, all of the impure feelings, all of it, it was just gone completely. It's really unexplainable, but when the Bible says that He'll take all those things and throw them to the deepest of the sea, there's no other way to say that. And so I received Christ that day, and I was just in my Christ walk and growing, through ministry, through church, and just really blessed to meet a lot of awesome, awesome people, and had some really great opportunities, and working in the youth ministry and women's ministry, and sharing my testimony. Um, it was really something. And after 7 years, then um, I fell off the boat. Not completely like I was living originally, but I just had some hurt go on, and I just walked away from everything that I had going on at that time. So, again, I was having that lonely feeling, that dark corner where nobody could help me. There was nobody. There wasn't enough alcohol. There wasn't enough sex. There wasn't enough men. There wasn't enough of anything feeling. There wasn't enough working out. There wasn't enough gym. Um, I couldn't sleep at night because something was missing. Um, and at that time, I knew that God was there, but I was just so hurt that I just didn't know what to do or how to do it. So after 6 months of going through that, just occupying my time, working out 24/7, working 24/7, becoming a workaholic again, going out again, things like that, all of it. 6 months, then I met my husband. We reconnected, and he invited me to um, Easter service with him at the church he was attending. And honestly, I didn't want to go. I was like, you know, I don't want to do this. But I just felt like, why not? It's not going to hurt. And I was kind of like just battling with that inside of myself, and he didn't know it. I ended up going, and when I walked in, I just knew that that was home, and that's where I needed to be. And it's like my fire was relit again. And so I just want to share that with you, and pray that you are inspired and just full of hope that there's more than what you think you see in your current situation. And God is always there, and He's always just waiting. He's a gentleman. He's always knocking on our door, and He'll come in as soon as we open the door and let Him in. And he's just never going to leave. He's never going to leave you. You're never going to be alone. So that's my testimony current day, and it's changed throughout different times of my life, obviously, but that's where I am now. And I've been back um, on my walk with Christ now for 2 years, and I'm so proud and excited of that. And God's just opened up so many opportunities again, and doors and divine meetings, and He's just amazing. And I have my wonderful husband now, and things are hard. Don't get me wrong; things are still hard. I still struggle with things. Marriage is hard, and you know, we're just keeping God first. I'm just keeping God first, and that's the only way that I know how to live anymore. So if you have any questions or comments, I'm here, and thanks for listening. Bye.